Good evening, everyone. I'm not going to say grace, so you don't have to be that quiet yet. And I'm laughing because I brought my glasses up as if I can't even speak without having them in my hand. That's a true sign of age. I think I know everyone. I'm Dolly Duffy, and I have the great privilege of being the executive director of the Alumni Association. And I just want to welcome you to a really, really special evening. We don't get to have these really intimate dinners like this with just a small group that matter so much to the award recipient. So we're delighted to be here, but even more than that, we're in the Naimoli Club, right? Is there anywhere that we should be more, other than maybe in Tampa? But it's great, Vince. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the Notre Dame family. It's always a thrill and a great time to be back on campus, but especially and doubly so tonight. My wife Brenda and I have gotten to know Vince and Linda very well over the last few years, and we nominated him for this award, and so it's a pleasure to be here tonight. I'd like to first recognize and thank a couple of sets of folks who are here tonight. I'm thrilled that two of my colleagues on the alumni board drove over from Chicago to be with us tonight. Molly Cronin is a young alumni director, and Rich Brinza is the regional director from Cook County. So thank you both for coming. The folks who organized and planned the event tonight are here, the Alumni Association leadership team. In addition to this great event and planning this, Rich, Molly, and I, and all the other board members benefit greatly every day of the year from their leadership. So here tonight we have, make sure I have everybody here, we have Dolly, Dolly Duffy, Mark Watucky, Mike Sullivan, and Bill Gangliff, and Amy Belkey. So thank you all. In a few minutes, I'll step aside so that we can watch a very excellent video about Vince and his life and achievements. So I don't want to reiterate what you'll see in there, but I just want to focus instead on two qualities that Vince has that I think he used to earn this award. In the early days when Vince and his investment team, his investors, were trying to bring baseball to Tampa Bay, their initial efforts failed. The Major League Baseball owners turned them down after all that hard work that they had put into it. I think I and a lot of us would have given up at that time and said, well, you know, they don't care for us or don't like the area, whatever. But instead, Vince brought out his tremendous work ethic, which usually meant working 12 hours a day during his career, and his persistence. And so here we are in 2018, and we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of the inaugural season of the Tampa Bay Rays. And believe me, it's all due to Vince Naimoli. Having baseball in Tampa Bay has been a tremendous economic boon to us, needless to say, but also thinking on a family and a human level. The dads who want to expose their kids to see a Major League Baseball game, before Vince brought the team to Tampa, you'd have to drive about 6 hours north to Atlanta to see the Braves, or 4 hours the other way to see the Miami Marlins. So now dads in West Central Florida, Central Florida, now have an experience. Now they can come in their backyard and watch Major League Baseball. And I think this is a big memory to a lot of young kids in life. I still remember when my dad took me to see my first Detroit Tigers baseball game and how much I enjoyed that and the experience. Vince also has a very generous spirit. In the Bible, we read in the book of Proverbs, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. Today's honoree has been a great benefactor to our mutual home alumni club, the Notre Dame Club of Greater Tampa Bay. He's also been a great friend and benefactor to his two graduate school alma maters, donating athletic fields or facilities to them and that would be Farley Dickinson University and the New Jersey Institute of Technology. Vince has also built athletic fields and facilities for two local schools in Tampa, the University of Tampa and the University of South Florida. So again, it's important to remember a generous person will prosper, and whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. Vince, the Notre Dame Club of Greater Tampa Bay, our club, the Florida region of Notre Dame clubs, the Alumni Association, and the University of Notre Dame are all very proud of you. We thank you and salute you. God bless. Thank you. And thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, just sit back and enjoy the video about Vince's life and achievements. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you. Thank you.
Vincent Joseph Naimoli was born to Italian immigrant parents and grew up in the working-class neighborhood of Paterson, New Jersey. It was there where Vince, as he became known, developed his blue-collar work ethic and drive to succeed. The oldest of 4 children, he attended Paterson Central High School, the same school where the movie Lean on Me was filmed. It was there that Vince's love of athletics began, and where early evidence appeared that Vince Naimoli would be the type of leader who would do things his way. During his youth, his mother forbade him from playing football, but Vince was determined to help the team. So to explain where he was spending his time after school, Vince convinced his mother that he was serving the team in a managerial role, which lasted until she read an article in the paper celebrating Vince's touchdown run in that weekend's game. After earning an ROTC scholarship, he went on to earn his bachelor's degree from the University of Notre Dame and master's degrees in mechanical engineering from the New Jersey Institute of Technology and in business administration from Farley Dickinson University. A committed lifelong learner, Vince constantly looked for ways to continue his education, including attending Harvard Business School's Advanced Management program. Throughout his professional career, he made opportunities for himself and earned promotions, rising through the ranks to become the managing general partner of Anchor Industries International and the president and chief executive officer of Harvard Industries. Long a believer in community leadership, Vince dedicated a significant amount of time serving on the board of directors for many Bay Area organizations. Knowing that his education and corporate success was due in large parts to the scholarships he was awarded, Vince, along with his wife Linda, have been incredibly philanthropic with hospitals, veterinary centers, and colleges across the nation. The Naimoli name is adorned on classrooms, learning labs, and athletic fields alike at Western University, Farley Dickinson University, New Jersey Institute of Technology, the University of Notre Dame, and here in the Bay Area at both the University of Tampa and the University of South Florida. In 1995, after a long and hard-fought battle, Vince was instrumental in bringing Major League Baseball to Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay Rays, who are now celebrating their 20th season of baseball, have provided Bay Area fans with many proud moments, including Wade Boggs' 3,000th career hit, the American League Championship, and a spot in the World Series. For Vince, his battle continues. As his body fights PSP, a rare brain disorder related to Parkinson's disease, he continues to serve our community. Please know that we thank you, Vince, for all you have done to make Tampa Bay a great place to live, work, and play. For all these memories, for all those lives touched, for changing the way people think of and experience Tampa Bay, the Sports Club of Tampa honors you, Vincent Naimoli, a man who did it his way, as the first ever recipient of the Sports Club of Tampa Bay's Lifetime Achievement Award.
Linda, thanks for sharing that video. While the video was about your life in Tampa, there was one line that we could have adopted right from the start. Thanks for making South Bend, but in particular Notre Dame, a great place to live, work, and play. Thank you, Vince. So we're going to present the award, and then afterwards we're going to take pictures. I'm just delighted to bring this award to you, and thank you for everything that you've done.
Good evening. My name is Andrew Goodrich. For those of you who haven't met me, I am a proud graduate of the University of Notre Dame's MBA program in 2005. And you might be wondering, why am I up here talking for Vince? I would tell you that goes back to one of our very first Notre Dame alumni meetings where Vince was hosting it at a Devil Rays game. And it is like Vince to walk in at the end when everyone was partying, and I'm going to be honest, everyone was scared of Vince. Most everyone scattered. And I just had this need inside me when they told me, that's Vince Naimoli, and I remembered his name from the wing of the business school. And I said, I have got to meet this guy. And truth be told, I went right up to Vince and, I told him that he inspired me. And I told him that I needed help. I came from a very small town. I was a dairy farmer from central upstate New York. We weren't movers and shakers, but Vince was. And I asked him for help, and he said yes. And that's why I'm here today. So thank you, Vince, for everything you've done. Really appreciate you. I know that Vince would really want to start this off by acknowledging all of the former winners. I know you guys did such a great job of printing this card, and if you look at this distinguished list of people, Vince, I would tell you that I think you belong on that list. There's a wonderful group of people who've represented Notre Dame incredibly well. He would also want to acknowledge all of the other people who are qualified to earn this honor. And I know, talking with Amy a little bit, there were hundreds, if not thousands, of people that were nominated for this award. And so Vince would want to recognize all of their achievements and everything that they were doing to help their communities. And finally, he would want to acknowledge Harvey G. Foster, the man for whom this award was created. And his inspiration has led all these people to help, and hundreds, if not thousands, of others learn to be really philanthropic and help make their communities a better place. Vince would like to thank his friends and family, all of those who are here. Thank you very much. And many of those who could not make it this weekend, he truly appreciates their support. Very specifically, would like to thank Linda, for over all of the years of support, but particularly the last few years as Vince has fought this disease. And it has been difficult, and friends and family have come together to help Vince, and we're happy to do so. Lastly, I'd like to thank the Notre Dame Alumni Association and the university for giving him this honor. I can tell you from the times I've spent with Vince, he is humbled and honored and just loves this university probably more than anything else. And I love spending time with him. When we go to his room and watch these Notre Dame football games, and you can see that passion, it is still there, folks, I promise you, and you're going to see it tomorrow too. But I think about how when Vince came here as an 18-year-old freshman and he turns 81 years old tomorrow, imagine all of the things you could have told him if you could have been in that room as an 18-year-old, all the things that you would accomplish, Vince. Congratulations. It's a wonderful thing, and it's not lost that the University of Notre Dame played an incredibly big role in making those things happen. And so finally, I'll close actually on the card. Vince and I had worked on this statement together, so I feel like it's the closest thing to Vince being up here and talking. I'm going to read this statement. He said, I am truly humbled to be selected as the 2018 Harvey G. Foster Award recipient by the Notre Dame Alumni Association. I have long been inspired by those who have earned this distinction throughout the years, and I sincerely appreciate this recognition. In the spirit of this award, I realize that my success is due in large part to the support of others who guided and mentored me, and our God, who keeps his promise to love and support each of us. Let us never forget the lesson, for unto whom much is given, of him shall be much required. God bless. Go Irish.